Hi, I'm Adam from Walking the World 360, and today we're just getting ready for our hike. So tomorrow we're heading to the Birritmo hiking trail in Victoria, Australia, and just thought I'd show you guys the gear that we're gearing up with. We'll start off with the hiking backpack. So I'm using a Denali Kepler 65 litres, so as it says, 65 litre bag. So it has 5 pockets and is made out of a heavy duty polyester. So the 5 pockets include obviously the place where you keep your shoes. You've got this front pocket here, the main cavity, which also includes a spot for hydration pack, so like a CamelBak, something like that. And then in the hood, you've got the pocket underneath and then the pocket in the top. So there's plenty of space. So just in terms of hydration, there's also a pocket you can chuck a bottle of water in the side. It has a very comfortable strap, as you can see, with a padded waistband. So obviously clips there and then clips up at the top. It weighs about 1.87 kilograms. All right, moving on. We've got some essentials, so toilet paper, AeroGuard Swiss Army knife, a little head torch, and then just in case, another little Kathmandu portable torch for when we're at the campsite. A fork for eating your dinner with. First aid kit, always super important. So I run the Ultra Trek 470. So essentially this is a down sleeping bag, so it's full of feathers. I keep it stored in this to, I guess, keep it nice and fluffy for when we go hiking. It does have a smaller bag on the inside. So just to give you an indication on the temperature rating of this sleeping bag, so its comfort is -10. It can keep you up to -17 as the limit. And then it goes right down to an extreme of 39 degrees. So just to give you some indication of what those actually mean. So the comfort range is based on the temperature at which we are at standard. And it's deemed to have a comfortable night's sleep. Your limit, which is the -17, is the lowest temperature at which it is deemed you can have a comfortable night's sleep. I know it's all very interpretive. And then finally, the extreme temperature is the absolute maximum or minimum temperature that you can survive in. So, and that's up to 39 degrees. So the beautiful thing about having a nice down sleeping bag is that it's ultra light. So this is total about, 500 grams, 900 grams is pretty much it. And then its length is about 1.85 centimeters. So I went with the large one, so mine goes up to 200. And then its width is about 76 centimeters in width. So it kind of hugs you quite tightly, but keeps you warm, and that's what's important. All right, so now I'm gonna go on and tell you a bit more about the Vango Helix 100. So this is a 1.63 kilo tent. It has 2 struts, has an inner layer, so an inner, like, first initial setup, and then an outer fly. So it's essentially a single person tent with a long tunnel. And it has like inner pockets where you can store your stuff during the nighttime. The downside is that it doesn't quite fit me and my bag, so I'm about 6 foot. But it is obviously waterproof. So the poles, they're made of alloy, and the fabric is a light polyester. So I guess it's a fantastic little tent for high visibility, especially if it's pretty terrible conditions. But it'll definitely keep you warm and cozy inside. So now I'm going to talk about my Sea2 Summit Insulated Comfort Plus mat that I'm utilizing to sleep. So this is really the top of the range in terms of sleeping mats. And it'll probably cost you about $240 Australian. So the weight on this bad boy is about 825 grams. And essentially it's an air sprung mat, and where there's cells that are blown up on both the top and the bottom. And you can utilize this dual layer construction to ensure that one, the bottom layer is inflated for height, and then the top layer is about your desired comfort and what you're planning on sleeping. So I was previously using an Oz tent, and once you move forward you can never go back. So I went really the highest quality. So the best thing about this is if I want to take it snow hiking or anything like that, this one should be able to provide the best insulation from the ground. And then I guess, what else should I tell you about it? It's about 183 centimeters long and about 56 centimeters wide. So it'll fit quite nicely in the Van Gogh Helix. And then the number of like individual cells, because it's kind of checkerboard, I'll add a picture in here. They're about 596. So essentially it brings you quite high off the, comfortably off the ground, while providing you with that sort of warmth. So now have the new Uraeus pillow, which is an ultra light, regular little sleeping pillow. So the beauty about this little tiny Aeros pillow, so again, and it's another Cedar Summit, is that this little baby is 60 grams. So can't really complain about that. That's going to take up no weight in the bag at all. So what I'll do is I'll actually show you what this looks like blown up. Awesome. So that's the size of the unit. So just to give you an indication, that's my hands. So it's about 2 fistful. And now I'll blow it up. So it's got a 2-way valve. So essentially blow into this. When you want to release it, open up the next one. So that was that. That was pretty much two mouthfuls. Awesome. And that's it. So previously I've been sleeping on just jumpers. So this is going to be a very nice addition for tomorrow's hike. Great, so now I'm going to start telling you about the sort of cooking facilities that we're taking on this hike. So what we've got is these nice little titanium pots, which are ultra light. The whole thing probably weighs, I want to say 200 grams. So essentially you got your top little pan with the extendable arms. I just picked these up from Aldi. I think it was like 10 bucks. And what it also includes, not this is something I've purchased separate. I'll talk about that in a second. So it's got your little pot. So that's what we'll probably cook our Alfredo down there. And yeah, so now we've got what was included in these pots is the little hot plate. So that's what we, let me get that out of there, pain in the butt. Ooh. All right, so yeah, so that's our little hot plate. It has its own little spark plug. So we chuck that pot on top like so, and that's how we cook our supper. So what we're currently using, I went to my local adventure store, grabbed one of these little butane burners. So this little thing is the smallest size, so it's 100 grams. This will do about 30 liters of water to boiling. So essentially that cap comes off, we screw that on, light the flame. So that's, so that's what we're using to cook our dinner. A bit of the kit that I'm bringing along on the hike. Obviously want to try and make it a bit more entertaining in terms of video content. So over the last couple of weeks, I've purchased a brand new drone to start taking some better quality footage. So this is the DJI Spark. Oh, just gotta be a bit careful. So planning to get a new case for this to make it a bit more convenient to transport. So this is the new DJI Spark. It's about 150 mil. Hopefully this starts getting us some great shots. So it has a 1080p camera, flight time's about 15 minutes. Chuck in the So it's got 2 different batteries, obviously. And then also what you can probably see down on the ground here, I've got a controller that'll do up to 2K distance, and then some shields to avoid hitting trees and fingers and all those sorts of things. So that's one of the sort of kits that I'm bringing along with us for the hike. Gonna be fun to carry that little heavy little thing. Also have GoPro Hero, little GoPro Hero 3 in the black. So set up that, take that around, try and shoot some better quality footage. Obviously I'll be taking this phone, don't know if you guys can see, but this tripod. And also while we're down here, we have a little tripod that we can chuck the GoPro on with this attachment. And then to ensure that we're getting the highest quality of audio, I've got a little recorder here that I'll plug this little mic that I'm currently using into, so we can make sure that we get good audio for the GoPro. What we're going to eat for dinner. So I mentioned this when we were talking about the fry pan. So Alfredo. This is essentially $1, maybe $2 at any local Coles or Woolies. Beautiful thing about it, it's not like an official hiking meal, but heaps of carbs, keeps you nice and full, plus super cheap, so you can't really complain. Plus it's pretty much vacuum sealed, so yeah, nice and easy. I've got a little compact towel right here, so yep, always good to have a towel on you in case it rains, in case you need to clean your pots and pans, anything like that. I like to bring a pair of thongs just for when we're resting up for the night and you've over the hike. Just gives your feet some time to breathe. Last, I've got my little Garmin watch, so like tracking how the distance and seeing how we go. So yeah, that's something that I find pretty essential. It tells me how far we are from the return point if I absolutely need it. And then obviously tomorrow we're going to be picking up water, a few more snacks, so some nuts, some chocolate, stuff to keep us entertained. Water is also super important, so at the moment we've just been using the water bottles to drink, but yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you've enjoyed I guess the essentials of packing. Yeah.